right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Weather whiplash, from cold to warm and then soggy. The latest changes on this weekend's weather system.
Righting the ship.
I think the community has placed that trust in our office.
Tonight, the St. Louis Circuit Attorney goes on the record with 5 on your side on how his administration is fixing the city's criminal justice system. Our top story, armed and dangerous. Tonight, the search for a second teen wanted for Clayton's first murder in nearly 20 years.
Tonight, 18-year-old Darian Johnson is charged with second-degree murder, but he's still not in police custody. Good evening. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon is live in Clayton with the clue that investigators say put the teen at the scene of the crime.
Well, Kelly, police say that 18-year-old was seen driving a white Chrysler 300 to his job last month. The very next day, they say he used that same car with other suspects to break into other cars in Clayton, ultimately killing a man when he tried to stop them.
Take a look at this photo. Police say if you see 18-year-old Darian Johnson of St. Louis, call 911. They say he and 18-year-old Turnell Johnson broke into cars on Wydown Boulevard and South Hanley Road in Clayton last month, and then shot and killed 41-year-old Joshua Harris when he approached them. Tuesday, police said shots were fired from both sides of a white Chrysler 300. Right now, Turnell is in custody. Darian is on the run.
Do you think they thought we're going to kill someone?
No. When people are, together, there are mechanisms of what they feel to be self-protection. Even if, they're not doing something right, it's them or me.
Kenya Brumfield Young is a criminal justice professor at St. Louis University. She's worked with incarcerated youth.
I've heard everything from, I did this to help my parents or help my family, or, I got siblings at home, or there's absent parents, or, I connected with my friends, and those are the people that, gave me, made me feel wanted.
Professor Brumfield Young has worked at detention centers throughout her career. I asked, in her experience, is threat of jail time a deterrent for young people who would commit crimes?
Those who are new fear the experience. I think it's like anything else. Once they understand, there's no longer fear of the unknown. With some of these young people, there is that they're getting, a roof over their head. They're getting fed. That may be a situation that's not occurring at home. There's structure.
She says it's time for leaders across the St. Louis Metro to unite and intervene.
We are a region. We're not just a pocket. So those occurrences are expanding with good programming that young people tend to recidivate less.
And Johnson is wanted tonight on 2 felony charges, armed criminal action and second-degree murder. If you know where he is, call police at 314-290-8425. Live in Clayton, Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
Developing tonight, East St. Louis police are investigating 2 deadly shootings they believe are related. A woman was shot several times around 2 this afternoon near 14th and Market. A short time later, a man was found shot to death about a block away on 15th Street near Lincoln Park. Police have not released any other details. It has been a violent week in East St. Louis. Early yesterday morning on North 13th Street, a 21-year-old woman was shot several times and a 5-year-old girl was grazed in the head by a bullet. Both are recovering tonight. Police are still looking for the gunman in that case.
The rain has moved out, but we're left with a cloudy and chilly night across the St. Louis region. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is tracking big changes in our Weather First forecast.
Big changes are coming our way over the next few days. You know how cold and blustery it was this afternoon with all those clouds around St. Louis and that wind gusting 30 to 35 miles per hour. Well, the winds have started to settle down. Temperatures are still holding around 40 tonight in St. Louis, and out at Lambert, planes are still coming and going pretty much on schedule with only minor delays. Nothing showing up on the radar, although we did have some mist earlier this evening. Most of that seems to be gone. Skies are actually trying to clear over parts of central Illinois, east of Litchfield over to Effingham, and then back out into parts of mid-Missouri, but not over us, not yet. Temperatures are in the upper 30s to around 40 right now. Winds easing a little bit. There will be a few breaks in the clouds overnight. Upper 20s to right around freezing heading out the door tomorrow morning. A cold start, sure, but it is going to be a much brighter day on Wednesday. Still cool. We'll stay in the 40s for highs. Thursday, bright and warm. How about low 60s for the highs Thursday? We'll do that again on Friday, and then that rain will arrive late Friday night. We'll talk about our weekend forecast and what you need to know as you make all of your holiday plans this weekend, Mike.
Tonight, people from all over the Metro East paid their respects to Prairie DuPont fire captain and Pawpaw tow truck driver Wade Bivens.
He was hit and killed on Highway 255 while helping a stranded driver last week. 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski was in Dupo as they honored his legacy.
This is your last alarm for Prairie DuPont fire captain Wade Bivens. Captain Bivens answered his last alarm on Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. At the age of 57.
Hundreds of first responders, family, friends, community members, and even tow truck drivers filled this little funeral home in Dupo to say goodbye to a beloved man, Wade Bivens, taken too soon.
Wade Bivens always was quick to jump in, whatever the case might be. He was always there to help. Anything.
The Simmons are family friends of Wade's and say he had many jobs over the years because he loved his community.
And he loved everything he did. Every part of his life he loved. The only thing I know he loved more than what he was doing there was his family.
That included driving for Pawpaw Towing, where he was sent out on a job last Wednesday morning, only to take his last breath, helping someone else on the side of Highway 255.
I think it comes back to responsibility of the citizens. They have to take accountability. It doesn't take anything to take your foot off that gas and move over and give these first responders the space that they need. I still believe this could have been avoided.
First responders from all over the Metro East lined the path as Wade was escorted to a fire truck for a final procession. They presented his helmet and fireman's flag to his family.
Wade is an example of when you leave home or when you get ready to hang up that phone, you need to be telling your loved ones how much you love them, because they're never going to hear that from Wade again.
More than 100 tow trucks, fire trucks, and police cars escorted Wade through town one last time.
Captain Wade Bivens, Prairie DuPont 4404. You have answered your last alarm, and we will take it from here.
Reporting in Dupo, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
Tonight, the St. Louis County Council unveiled a counterproposal to County Executive Sam Page's proposed budget cuts. Their $580 million spending plan cuts $14 million from Page's budget. It eliminates his call for a property tax increase and restores the $700,000 in funding for the gunfire detection technology ShotSpotter. The council's budget also includes raises for current county employees and eliminates job cuts. A vote on a final budget is expected next week.
Tonight, St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore is giving a progress report 6 months after taking over the office, which was mired in controversy and case backlogs. Gore says city prosecutors are now charging 45% more crimes.
He adds his staff has worked through roughly 20% of the backlogged homicide case files that languished under Kim Gardner's leadership. New tonight, Gore sat down on the record with our political editor, Mark Maxwell.
He never said her name, but if you listen close,
inappropriate charging decisions have been made.
You could hear Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore highlight a contrast between him and his predecessor, Kim Gardner.
We've returned to the practice of charging cases when they're submitted, when they're applied for.
After his 6-month progress report, we put Gore on the record and pressed him for specifics.
How automatic is that decision when you file those charges?
Well, when I say that we're filing charges when they're applied on, it doesn't mean that we're not conducting a review process and determining that there's enough evidence to support the charges.
Those charges include a significant increase in the types of property crimes Gardner often would not pursue.
And we don't accept the notion that if, as a citizen of the city of St. Louis, you have to accept a certain amount of property crime, or what people would refer to as petty crime, as a cost of living in a city.
I wasn't necessarily referencing the prior administration's approach. What I was referencing was that's what we were pursuing. For me, it wasn't really a discretionary decision. As circuit attorney, it's my job to enforce the laws. So it wasn't something where I felt like I was exercising discretion. I feel like I was just doing my job.
Do you see yourself as a reformer or an executor of the criminal justice system that we have today?
I view myself in my role as circuit attorney as someone who the community has placed a tremendous amount of trust in. That it's a tremendous responsibility being circuit attorney and enforcing the laws.
With respect, the community hasn't yet. The governor has. The community may still do that.
I like to think that the community has, and we've been completely embraced by the community, so I would disagree with you on that. I think the community has placed that trust in our office.
But would he put his future in public office in the public's hands at an election?
I have enjoyed this work immensely.
For now, he only says his consideration on that question is intensifying.
The final part of my decision process is just trying to make the decision as to whether or not I want to be a political candidate.
Being involved in politics is a tough business and something that most people aren't looking to subject themselves to.
Reporting in St. Louis, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
And you can watch that full exchange with Circuit Attorney Gore on the next episode of The Record with Mark Maxwell. It airs Sunday night after Sports Plus, right here on 5 on your side.
1 year ago today, a local nonprofit took over St. Louis County's animal shelter, a facility once plagued with problems. A lot has changed since the Animal Protective Association started managing what is now known as the St. Louis County Pet Adoption Center. Before the APA took over, the shelter was dealing with capacity issues, poor conditions, and concerns of high euthanasia rates. After implementing changes, adoptions have more than tripled from a year ago. They've taken in thousands more animals, started a foster program, and they have a big staff of volunteers.
A dramatic home explosion caught on camera. Tonight we're learning new details about the actions police took just seconds before the blast. It's not too late to find holiday bargains.
Although Black Friday and Cyber Monday are over, you can still get great prices.
Tonight, the December deals to help you cross items off your Christmas list.
Mother Nature has a December deal for us Thursday into Friday before more stormy weather arrives late Friday night. The latest track on our weekend weather system and why the Weather First team sees mostly rain in our future.
We are learning more tonight about what led to a home explosion in Arlington, Virginia. The dramatic blast caught on camera. Police say they were called to the home after 56-year-old James Yu fired a flare-type gun at officers more than 30 times. Officers then tried to enter the home, and they say Yu opened fire again.
Officers began to deploy non-flammable, less lethal chemical munitions to multiple areas within the residence where the suspect was believed to be hiding. The purpose of this type of a deployment is to cause irritation in hopes of compelling the suspect to surrender.
Yu is presumed dead. No one else seriously hurt, but 10 other homes sustained damage.
Tonight, St. Louis-based Panera is facing a second wrongful death lawsuit over its charged lemonade drink. The family of a Florida man says the 46-year-old died from cardiac arrest in October after drinking 3 of the highly caffeinated drinks. In October, the family of an Ivy League student filed a wrongful death lawsuit claiming the company didn't disclose the large amounts of caffeine in the drink. That led to Panera to put a warning on its charged lemonades. Well, don't worry if you missed out on all those Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals.
Yeah, tonight Consumer Reports highlights the December deals to help you pick a gift for everyone on your list.
'Tis the season to cash in on last-minute holiday sales. Consumer Reports track 34 products that typically go on sale in December, including popular gift items like headphones, TVs, and coffee makers. Here are the top products to look out for in this month's best time to buy.
Although Black Friday and Cyber Monday are over, you can still get great prices all the way in December as retailers run special promotions and holiday sales all month long.
Get out the extra-large roll of wrapping paper for the 65-inch Hisense LCD 4K TV. It's as low as $4.98 at Amazon and Walmart. CR says this LCD 4K TV's overall picture quality performed well in its tests. Next, a gift for the music lover who wants top-notch sound quality while they're on the go. These Sony headphones are as low as $239.99 at Walmart. These noise-canceling wireless earbuds are at the top of CR's ratings, acing its test for sound quality and noise reduction. And a gift for the coffee lover who likes to mix it up. This Ninja specialty coffee maker is as low as $79.99 at Ninja Kitchen. CR says this is one of the most versatile coffee makers in its tests. And no matter what kind of party you're invited to this holiday season, show up with a thoughtful gift for the host with the most.
Bringing a gift for the host will always be appreciated. These spectacular chocolates are sure to make a good impression.
This 6-piece bonbon box from Stick With Me Sweets is $28 at Stick With Me Sweets. CR says not only is the packaging beautiful, the glossy, colorful domes of chocolate have unique, delicious flavors.
And before shopping, see if there's a gift you can pick up for a local child impacted by foster care. 5 on Your Side has teamed up with the Foster and Adoptive Care Coalition for the Little Wishes campaign. We still have more than 2,000 wishes to grant by December 20th. And for more information, go to ksdk.com/Little Wishes.
Hanukkah. The Festival of Lights begins at sundown on Thursday. Today, crews at Keener Plaza began assembling the tallest menorah in Missouri. It will stand 29 feet tall. The inaugural lighting and celebration is Thursday night at 6.
From Team Reba, Ruby Lee. The 16-year-old, the youngest in the competition from Missouri, moves on, singing her coach's song.
Yes, at just 16, it is official. Ruby Lee is in the top 9 of this season of The Voice. The votes were announced about 2 hours ago. The Foley, Missouri native, only 16 years old, and you can watch Ruby show off her raw talent on next week's live show, Monday nights at 7, here on 5 on Your Side.
She really is going to be the star.
I am a big fan. I think we all are, though.
Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joins us now with that weather first forecast. You were talking about it earlier, weather whiplash.
Yeah, you know, temperatures pretty cold this afternoon. Wind chills in the upper 20s to lower 30s. At least right now, the wind has started to settle down some. We still have a little bit of a breeze looking over downtown St. Louis from near Forest Park this evening. We still have the clouds. What we're not seeing now is much in the way of that mist and that annoying drizzle that we had earlier this evening. Not measurable, but enough to really kind of just make it miserable outside. Now, we do have some clearing here over central portions of Illinois. Back edge of that clouds in central Illinois will try to back towards St. Louis, but we still have the thicker cloud cover back to the west. We're thinking most of us will tend to linger with the clouds through the overnight hours, and then tomorrow morning we'll start to really see things break up as far as clouds go. We made it to 48. That was before that cold air really started surging in here this afternoon. We've dropped to 40, our current temperature for the low, only 1/100 of an inch of rain in the rain gauge today, and that was during the overnight hours. So tomorrow morning, pretty close to freezing out the door. Still a partly to maybe mostly cloudy sky early on, and then the clouds break, and we have a pretty nice afternoon. It's still cool, but it'll be a lot brighter. And winds won't be as strong either. Here we go into Thursday. Pick day of the week. There is no question Thursday is going to be much warmer. We're talking low 60s for highs, a good breeze out of the south, dry weather, a lot of sunshine until right around sunset. Should actually be a pretty nice sunset. Then we turn our attention to the Pacific tonight because that's where our next weather system is coming. Out here in the middle of the Pacific, looks pretty active, doesn't it? You have a big system pushing into the Pacific Northwest with strong jet stream winds there. Another disturbance back there south of the Aleutians, another one off to the northwest of Hawaii. All of this is going to interact, come together, kind of merge, and by Friday, we see a developing storm system here over Oklahoma. As long as it tracks farther north and west, that puts us on the warmer side of the system. It also puts us solidly in the rain area versus being in any snow area. That is the trend we've seen for a few days now. It's the trend we're going to continue to go with as we push into Saturday. Your main time frame here on the rain for us is going to start as we head early into the morning hours on Saturday. So by midnight, the chances are ramping up Friday night into early Saturday. Saturday morning through the midday hours, high likelihood we have showers. It settles down and diminishes with that chance for any rain kind of winding down by later Saturday night into early Sunday. Could it be cold enough where there's a couple of wet snowflakes mixed in as we head towards late Saturday night and early Sunday? Sure. Is there a chance for accumulating snow? Well, less than 10%, really, even if it's that high. So we're not really concerned about that in traditional fashion. By the time the cold air gets here, to get cold enough for snow, the moisture's on the way out.
It's out.
Yep.
All right.
Scott, thanks.
Sports is next.
We have Cody Schrader and Doug Armstrong coming up. Illinois had 2 players combined for 66 points tonight, and you won't believe how dominant one of our football teams is in town.
The Sports Desk is sponsored by Jim Butler Chevrolet, the Midwest's #1 Chevy dealer 10 years running.
Maybe our sports teams don't always win championships, but this is such an incredible sports community. Tonight at the Jack Buck Awards at the MAC, I asked Blues owner Tom Stillman if it was a good thing that City SC has blown up. He said, if it's good for St. Louis, it's good for me. About 400 were on hand tonight. Among those honored, Miguel Perez from City SC, Rebecca Tillett from St. Louis University, Cody Schrader from Mizzou, and Doug Armstrong of the Blues received the Stan Musial Lifetime Achievement Award.
Mr. Musial's memory lives well past his baseball career, what he meant to St. Louis, what he meant to our community, and just being associated with him for a couple hours on one night's a great thrill.
Coming to St. Louis and people's passion for sports is one of the things that drew me to come here. And then you add in the O'Loughlin Family Champion Center. When you walk into a place that is pure excellence, then as a leader, all you can do is rise to that challenge.
We hear a lot of Ohio State players could be opting out for the Cotton Bowl. You guys would even think about that.
Yeah, no, this team is filled with guys that want to dominate, guys who want to win. Like our main mission this past year was, something to prove, and we're playing in the Cotton Bowl is just one more opportunity to do so.
You would think after finishing in last place, the Cardinals would get a really high draft slot. Nope, tonight at the 2nd annual MLB Draft Lottery, the Cardinals got the 7th pick. Cleveland picks first. Brad Underwood in Illinois facing Florida Atlantic in the Garden. It was a 2-man show. Terrence Shannon Jr. with 33 points. And Marcus Domask, the 6th-year transfer from SIU, also scored 33. Illinois wins 98-89 in the Jimmy V Classic. Nice moment at St. Joe's Academy before their game with Viz. They honored Julie Gessling and her brother Bobby for 500 wins. St. Joe's came out firing. Piper Mooney will drain the 3. Later, Kayla Jensen inside. St. Joe wins 63-41. Good matchup on the boys' side. Pee Wee Leonard and John Burroughs against Brian Turner at St. Mary's. And this is one of the best point guards in town, Zaire Collins, Yuri's little brother. He's a much better shooter. He had 44 tonight. Now check out this guy, 6'8" sophomore, Tristan Reed. His brother plays at Michigan, and he will be special. Dragons win 73-69. The most dominating high school boys team in any sport in our area has to be Cardinal Ritter football. They run the table like Minnesota Fats. They haven't lost a game in 25 months. There was perfection in 2022.
Really domination by the Lions today.
There was more perfection in 2023. And there was a proclamation from the mayor today at Cardinal Ritter.
Cardinal Ritter College Prep Lions Football Day in the city of St. Louis. This is for you.
We work our behinds off day in and day out. We put these kids in position to be successful, and these kids have definitely bought in.
It's not only 2 state titles and 28 wins with these trophies, but it was done in Class 3 last year and Class 5 this year. Nobody has ever done that. And talent, well, at least 13 players on the roster will get Division I scholarships. And the coaching staff just wants to maximize that talent.
I explain to my kids all the time that many hands lighten the load. And if you can play and you can contribute to helping us be successful on the field, I will definitely find means of getting you out there. And the thing is it's all about the competition level here. So when these young men go off to college and they have to compete on the next level, they won't shy away from it because they dealt with it in high school.
And even though Coach Spain has 2 state titles now, his bride Tiffany has 3 state titles as the school's track coach. You know he's going to get to 3 soon.
And I'll be still ahead of him. Good luck, sir.
That is one competitive family. Yeah. And they also have a bunch of athletes in their family. Their kids are great, so they are something special.
Unbelievable.
Thanks, Frank.
All right.
Barbecue at the price of benevolence. How you can enjoy a St. Louis favorite tomorrow by showing some kindness. Uber is making your holiday shopping easier starting today. Customers can use the Uber Connect feature to retrieve prepaid orders from stores. The items must be less than $200 and weigh less than 30 pounds.
Your Christmas feast doesn't have to break the bank. Just like at Thanksgiving, Target is offering to feed your family of 4 for just $25. It includes a bone-in ham, potatoes, green beans, corn, and holiday peppermint sandwich cookies. And all items are SNAP and EBT eligible.
Tomorrow, Sugar Fire Smokehouse is hosting a pay-as-you-wish event. You can enjoy a holiday buffet if you bring canned goods, toiletry items, or cash donations. The event is being held at Narrow Gauge Brewing Company. That's on Lindbergh, North Lindbergh, and Florissant. Starts at 3, runs while supplies last.
And there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next.
Be sure to start your day with Today in St. Louis starting at 4 a.m. Have a great tomorrow.